right?
A little bit, but he's still strong.
He's still in the meta.
Yeah,
He
still
can't
strong.
compete.
Kita masuk
But
ke
for me,
game
Eve to
pertama
Esmeralda
guys ya,
Hal until
antara
now,
RRQ
this is like
versus
to continue the puzzle
Dianfeng.
for the last one. But still, we have Labu Labu, we have Farsa.
Lancelot,
This one,
Lapu-Lapu, Pasha,
these two picks. Oh, Tigreal.
Wow, we are seeing
Fanny,
Tigreal for the first
Diven,
time in
Hilda,
the tournament, so that's
Hayabusa,
amazing, actually.
Essential Joy,
I was waiting
Gatot
for it
Kaca,
from yesterday.
He is such a tricky hero to play
Khalid
with, by the way.
Yujong,
It's not easy to play
Kalea,
with
Baxia.
Tigreal, although, like, you know, the casual players who play with him, like, just normal tanking, you know.
But in a pro level.
In the pro level, it's very hard. In the pro level, it's very hard. And when you said about Harrod getting nerfed, see, he used to be a no-skill hero before, you know, because he used to dish out a lot of damage. They nerfed him, so he becomes a skilled hero. So not anyone can play with Harrod to dish out huge damage. If you make mistakes, you're done.
It's like Hayabusa.
Yeah, if you make mistakes, you're done. So your skills needs to be on point in order to actually perform with Harrod. Are we actually going to see a Harley? Oh, that's impossible. Of course not. All right, Ling is such a great choice as well.
Since long time.
Yeah, yeah. This is going to be one hell of a match, to be honest. It's again for the second time. I'm clueless. I don't know who's going to win.
For me, the blue side, because I like Farsa. I like to see the playstyle of Farsa.
For me as well, the blue side, RRQ.
I'm not sure, but if we're going to talk about experience-wise, it's RQ. But
because for
draft picks, it's
red side. It's Dfyg.
You know, it might be Dfyg, it might be actually RQ. Both of them, they have a great lineup actually.
But for me, on paper, it looks more like RRQ.
Bisa sih menang
yeah,
ini guys.
Experience-wise, yes.
Soldier.
Sometimes the paper will betray you. So sometimes I don't trust the papers. I trust, you know, the drafts, and I trust the playstyle inside. So I will wait, but I will choose RRQ for now.
Ling actually is such a hard choice right now.
You remember earlier, I need to take notes, so you have to tell me.
Sure.
RRQ.
RRQ.
So heroes are locked in.
Dari draft pick RRQ guys.
Let us send it over to our casters to see how it's all unfolds.
Play opo. Ay.
Dfyg and Rrq Hoshi. Everybody wants to see this because it's Jin going up against Super Ken. And you would think that this Dfyg team is from the China region, but Super Ken himself has played so many times
dari purple buff.
back in his game when he was playing with the DHABI. So this is gonna be an important match for the two junglers that we have right now. Your casters, Wolf and Naisu. Nicely. I am so excited about this Lancelot versus Ling match.
Wolf, when was the last time we saw Ling, man? You know, maybe it pops up occasionally in different parts of the world. But for the most part, he's not really in the meta, right? This is not a hero that we typically see currently in the meta. It's great to see it, though. Game 1 in this best of 3, again, all this, you know, at the end of the day, we're going to see some more teams go home, of course, here in the quarterfinals. But this is a bit of a risk. I have to say, it's been, you know, one of the things about Ling is obviously he can still provide quite a bit of damage output, quite mobile himself, but, you know, in a way, you're going to have to go ahead and support this. It's a lot harder to do that rather than a Lancelot. But they both, I will say this, the caveat there is they both can kind of take care of themselves. Like, if Ling gets in a bad situation, he's most likely going to be able to survive with his mobility. You could say the same thing about Lance, you know, and it's just, why do you think that is? Why isn't Ling so often in the current meta?
Yeah, it kind of farms slower than most of the junglers. It's more like, why would you go for the Ling if there's
Terus guys ya.
It's like he's just at the bottom of the list. And partly because you need a lot of farming, and also you can easily pressure him in the jungle.
Let's see if I do that. He is going to make his way up here to this fight, though. A lot of Flicker is already burned. RWM dropped down too. And Sutsujin will get the turtle, but the first blood going over to Super Ken. A bit of a trade there. Objective of the first blood. Dfyg, though, with that first blood going in the hands of Super Ken here on this lane, are just going to help his case even further. You know, you can scale up faster on this lane, who, like you mentioned, Wolf, might jungle a little bit slower in comparison to the Lancelot. So it's going to be up to real in the hands of Rrq Hoshi in their game against Team Falcons, and that's what we talked about after the patch came out. Had some of its improvement there, right? If for you guys that don't know, his second skill, the Sacred Hammer, it now is faster, man. It actually happens so quick. Oh, just like this. Pressure up top. Diamond Tempest Blade's going to be used as well, and that is a clean, easy kill in the top lane.
Not the best game for Diamond for sure. Dying twice already the first 3 minutes of the game, and gonna be up against Esmeralda. It's not gonna get easier for Diren in the next few minutes. However, for Rrq Hoshi, I think if they're looking for something that's really positive for them is this gold lane. I've seen Toy deny one of the cards against Long, and it kind of tells me that Toy will, have a level 6, and then Long only have a level 5. That kind of tells me that there is a massive lead for this Claude over this Harriet, which is always going to be a welcome sight for Rrq Hoshi. Because if you look at their heroes, all of their heroes do not really pressure this Claude in the late game. Like, when it comes to a head-on collision versus the Claude, that Claude will always be
Oh, dapat guys, nice.
as there will be a kill up top. Finally, a recovery for Diren.
Yeah, putting them on the board here for Rrq Hoshi. Turtle's coming out, second one of the game. Zed gonna go ahead and poke down Edo a bit. Oh, that's what I'm talking about with the implosion as well. They're gonna go for Zed. Zed uses the kick into the RWM, so that's a kill secured now as Edo falls. Great play there from Zed. He's the one that he started to get zoned out in and then crowd controlled with the implosion. But then because of the real world manipulation from E1, they were able to win that fight, but they're still fighting for this turtle. And they're airstriking. Whoa! The damage on Vel. Sutsujin will secure that second turtle for Rrq Hoshi.
Now Vel has to be really more careful around the neutral objective, especially when there's an ongoing team fight, because of how important the Esmeralda is when it comes to being the tank for Dfyg. This Esmeralda needs a lot of farm in order for him to kind of accomplish his job and allow this to have more time and space to kind of kill. And him dying twice back to back in a span of what? 2 minutes?
2 minutes, yeah.
Actually. It's not gonna be good for this Esmeralda. And now might die the third time in the span of, oh my goodness, 3 straight deaths for Vel. Not a welcome sight for Dfyg. And even Super Ken is now a little bit behind compared to the Lancelot. Okay.
I don't know if he's going to be able to catch Renz. Yeah, little wings by wings, keeping Renz alive. And just as you said it, Wolf, this is not a game for Vel right now. The further you fall behind, too, on this Esmeralda, the worse it's going to be for Dfyg. And that seems to be a case even in the jungle. To an extent, Super Ken's doing okay, after he got that first kill early on. But Sutsujin's starting to go ahead and take it away, right? He's scaling up a little bit faster. He's got a little bit higher levels against Super Ken. And all Super Ken can really do is continue to farm. Look at that once again. They're going to go for Zed. Zed won't be able to escape this time as Diren cleaning up the kill. Super Ken's going to jump in. Pop the Tempest Blades already. He's going to be going for Rins, but can't get him with the wings by wings again. And now Toy, a gold laner duet in the jungle, but no one goes down. Interestingly enough, it just doesn't seem like they have enough damage just yet. It's a little too early for these gold laners to pop off.
Yeah. And now for Dfyg, they're gonna be having 2 problems that they have to face. First is Sutsujin, who is now level 11 compared to Super Ken's level 10. I mean, Super Ken haven't died yet, but Sutsujin is having so much farming. We'll get the turtle again. You also have to think about Toy, the Claude now. I wonder if the items will be shown up, and I'm sure there will be a mass. Long will be in trouble once again.
He pops his Summon Force. The team's going to try to help him out. Vel solo again with a better airstrike. A huge setup coming on through. We'll be able to take down Vel and gets the flicker out from Zed. Blade's gonna be used, but juked with a BMI, and now Super Ken, he's frustrated, man. How many times have he attempted Blades and not been able to get it?
Udah di-net sih, udah di-net hancur-hancuran nih itu.
Sutsujin doesn't have the retribution, doesn't need it. It's level 12 compared to Super Ken's level 11. They have zoned out the Ling, and the Ling without the purple. This is the main reasons why the Ling hasn't been picked up in the recent LCLs or recent things
worse?
that we've seen,
What's
it's
worse?
because of that purple buff dependence.
What's worse? A Fanny, no purple buff, or a Ling?
Mending pakai saber lagi dia guys.
I've
Sekali
seen some
ulti
Fanny
mati.
yeah, it's both disastrous, all right? It's like you're asking me between like a level 10 difficulty and a level 9.9 difficulty, right? But I think I would rather choose the Fanny because at least I've seen the Fanny actually recover without the purple buff. Remember Ryzen, right?
Yep.
Like the entire game didn't have the purple buff, but still won the game for the team.
Yeah, it takes a certain type of like synergy to make that work, though. You know, like in
That's
order for
true.
you to actually have that in your favor. But yeah, that's one of the things. Super Ken, I think eventually, like, he will get the itemization he needs. He's not too far behind. I mean, granted, how everything's gone, the two junglers are relatively close to each other. You know, 300 gold separates the two jungles. And so Super Ken, once he most likely gets that third item, he should be able to actually get those kills. You know, it's like I said, it's been a few times now we've seen him try to set things up, even on the squishiest target over on Rrq Hoshi, which is Rins. But unfortunately, he just can't catch him, you know? And these feathered airstrikes have been doing work. And now the Divine Glaive is picked up by Rins, making them hurt that much more. So we'll see if Dfyg can adjust. They're going to start up this Lord. It's at half health. Meanwhile, Super Ken's just grabbing his purple. Got this information. RW drop down, and Sutsujin will secure the Lord. So they'll go ahead and get ready to approach the base Dfyg.
3,000 gold for Rrq Hoshi. Super Ken trying his
Oh,
best to kill
selamat
off.
Toy guys.
No, it's not gonna be enough again. Oh no.
Oh,
It's
dapat
disastrous
tuh
for
linknya,
Hoshi.
nice.
Implode.
Emang ngeri sekarang Tigreal
Super
guys.
Ken not feeling super right now after that, man. That's just unfortunate. Little stun there with Landshaker. They try to hold on to the tier 1 turret in the mid, but Lord's going to make its way down 5. Rrq Hoshi, 4,000 gold ahead, will go ahead and knock down some of these turrets eventually. A big pickup here for Toy. I believe that's his third item now, so he's got the 3-item power spike, he's got the golden staff. He's going to actually take the orange here too. There it is right there.
Udah
He's
sakit
got the
tuh Toy ya.
tips. And now they'll
Yeah,
take
the
down
tips.
the tier 2 turret up top.
7.2k compared to 5,500. For long.
Landshaker said, just gone. Goodbye, Toy. Gets that kill. Tier 1 mid lane's gonna go down. Super Ken working to deal with this Lord push. But right now with Rrq Hoshi, they might actually catch Super Ken here or force the Tempest Blades to be used. Oh man, look at the damage from Toy. Tempest is a Blades used, but he's just gotta go escape and get back to base. Good thing the Lord was cleared out. Briggs Fighter jumping won't actually stop them from recalling. I guess Lump can't jump on walls, man. You know, it's too bad.
Overlord.
Oh masih dapat. Tidak dapat link ya guys.
On the wall. But this is looking really dark now for the fight. The fact that even Super Ken's not able to get a kill now, it makes you think, why do we still get this lane? Why did we draft this lane? The payoff is so far away for DFI. Granted though, if they go to the late game, late game, ultra late game, maybe 21 minutes in, maybe everything's equalized and Rrq Hoshi might not have enough to catch where it is. However, seems like Rrq Hoshi, with the tools that they have on Toy having essentially critical mass kind of itemization for the flood, and then you also have 6 Genius just freely getting the kills. It's gonna be a great late game for Rrq Hoshi as well.
This amount of power that Rrq Hoshi has right now with this lineup is what's making it so difficult, because even if you're going to try to catch up into this, you know, like, it's difficult for Dfyg. Who is going to be the one to help them catch up? Super Ken has been struggling for the most time. Long hasn't really been a part of anything, but his Herrick should now be at least close to being online to where he can then provide some of that damage throughput in these fights. But the problem is, man, you've seen how fast Super Ken gets brought to like a quarter of HP. And maybe that, once again, is a reason why Ling just does not work too well in this meta. And that's going to be a quick, easy Lord once again for Rrq Hoshi. Some items being picked up here too. Super Ken just getting his BOD. So again, we're going to see if Dfyg can defend against this. Again, a massive lead right now for Rrq Hoshi. And if they force a fight, if they really want to, which is most likely, because it's Edok, right? Edok has this Tigreal. You can see them making their way
Oh, dapat guys. Nice, dapat hit-nya.
Is gone. A Thorn Rose to go through long. Drop him down. His armor force a land check. He's gonna be able to stun it down. But Vel is still healthy. But now they have a Lord to deal with. A couple flickers were used by Dfyg. Super Ken might just go to cut the waves or join a fight backside. There's the implosion though. The catch right on target. Zen can't escape as this bottom base turret goes down with the Lord. And now the rest of the team in the base headed airstrike drop down.
Udah mati harusnya.
Just burn it, man. He's
Oh, bisa nih N.
Bill is gone with a wave pushing it down bot. They should be able to end the game as Rrq Hoshi takes game 1 in a
Nice.
dominant fashion.
Super dominant fashion for Rrq Hoshi. Unfortunately, the gambit coming out from Dfyg, picking up that thing, did not work. I don't think that it's a draft issue for Dfyg. I think it's more of an execution issue as Rrq Hoshi not only did not make any mistakes, but they have found a dent in the armor. That is definitely this Esmeralda.
Lanjut game kedua guys.
Versus the Lapu-Lapu, but the fact that they have killed him thrice in a row in the span of 2 minutes, that gave them the opening, and that Joe just can't get any pickoffs. That meant that Super Ken will not be comfortable in the map. It came to a point